Hey, I'm Isaiah. Pretty soon I'm gonna have online classes starting. So to kind of combat that, I've been planning out some things that I'll be doing to prevent any grade slipping and maybe to increase my grades. So these are my 5 tips for surviving online school. First off, find a sense of routine. So you're not in person anymore, you're fully online. You have a wide range of things that you can do with your day and how to spend your time. That means that you're missing out on the structure that physical school actually gave you. So you don't have to walk from class to class. You don't have to get up early in the morning and get ready. All those kind of things you're missing out on. And although it's like really relaxing, what it does do is make your day into like this soup of uncertainty and like, am I gonna work now? Am I not? You want to avoid that. The way I do it is, what I do is I have a kind of morning routine that pretty much sets me up for getting that work done. The first thing I'll do is I'll open my curtains because I really think the natural light helps me stay more productive. I make my bed and then I take a walk around the garden. You might have a garden. You can just walk around the room, walk around your house. The reason I do that is because I think it really wakes me up and makes me a lot less likely to hop back into bed and get back to sleep. So that's what I would say. Make some sort of morning routine. As long as it's consistent, as long as it's something that you'll do every single day so you can regain some of that structure. So number 2 is more of an academic-based one, and that is scheduling your week. Again, it's really, you can kind of do whatever you want with your time in online school, meaning that you're probably not gonna want to spend a lot of it studying. So you gotta be a little more comfortable with yourself and your work than you otherwise would have been. The way I do that is by scheduling my week. What I do is I head into my syllabuses, and I find all the important dates that I need to get projects done by, and I write those down. And then I break each of those projects that are upcoming into small mini tasks. So if it's an essay, I break it down into, plan the essay, and then write the first draft, review the first draft, write the second draft, that kind of thing. Then I give each of those little tasks its own deadline. After that, I make sure to put all these things, the tasks and the deadlines, in a nice visible place. That's normally my whiteboard right here. For you, it could be like a sticky note or whatever. It really makes it so that every time you look at it, every time you walk into your room or sit by your desk, you see the work that you need to get done. And it's a constant nagging reminder that eventually gets you to do it. Definitely can recommend that enough. So number 3, you want to turn the negatives of the situation into the positives. In a lot of ways, online school is probably a little better for your studies than in-person classes. So the first thing that you can do, and the main thing, is you can make yourself a lot more comfortable while studying. You can do literally whatever you can, or if you want to make your work environment more comfortable and in turn make it more conducive for your studying. What I'm going to do is, to keep myself comfortable, I'm going to keep a snack and some water nearby in case I get a little peckish. I'm going to walk around my room, take some stretch breaks every 30 minutes to an hour. I feel really antsy when I sit down for so long. And the last thing is to have my handy stress ball. His name is George, fun fact. He's gonna be there because I just want to do something with my hands when I listen to lectures for too long. And I always feel weird like pulling this out in a lecture class, but here, there is no judgment, well, except by you, but I'll at the same time, you want to keep yourself, focusing on the work. How I'll do that is to turn my camera on for the lectures. When I think people can see me, I'm more likely to do work and more likely to be productive. I'm also going to, make sure that I'm taking notes and writing everything that the lecturer is saying down, just like I would in a regular in-person class, because it's at the end of the day, you still need the notes, you still need to review, and it'll probably keep you more attentive to what the prompt is saying. And finally, I'm gonna keep my desk nice and clear, besides my laptop and my water and that kind of thing, so it's not that distracting. And also, my phone is gonna be all the way away on my shelf or something. So the next tip that I have would be to pick up some sort of hobby. This could be anything from like taking a walk or drawing or juggling or whatever it is that you might enjoy doing. And really trying to hone in and do that a lot more frequently than you may or may not be doing. Because this could be like a really good way to two things. Well, relax when you've been doing a bunch of work, and two, to get yourself in the mood to do it. Like, take the scenario, like you're on your phone for the entire day and you're like scrolling Instagram and you're not feeling productive whatsoever. If, for me at least, when I do my hobby, which is playing the guitar, after a little bit of playing, I feel in the mood to be productive. And then I can transition from playing the guitar into doing my work a lot better than just going straight from on my phone to the work. Find a hobby, do it, enjoy it, and be productive. Number 5, and this is probably the most important one on this. It is not to be too hard on yourself. This is a really tough time for like just living, let alone trying to study. There's going to be times where those outside stresses or thoughts about the world are, going to bog you down, and you might not perform as well as you would have if those things didn't exist. It's just natural. The core thing here is to not kick yourself when you're down. Like, if you feel like you had some sort of failure, don't rag on yourself, because that's something I did for a little bit during this summer. A lot of the time I would not get as much work done as I thought I would. Like, I'd wake up early, I'd get a couple hours in, and I would be like, oh, I'm on the fast track to getting a bunch of work done, and that turns out to be the only 2 hours of work I do that day. Then I get like really disappointed, and I pretty much kick myself when I was down. And in the long run, that did not help my productivity at all, because 1, I was not in a good mood, and 2, it kind of demotivated me from trying to get back into work. So I would just be like, oh, like, what's the point? I'm just gonna get 2 hours done anyways, and kind of push work off for days, and sometimes even weeks. The most important thing you need to know is you want to do your best, you want to succeed, you want to get the perfect grade or get the perfect amount of work done. But at the end of the day, you're really trying to work towards progress, towards your goal of your degree or whatever else you're aiming towards. And you don't need perfection to do it. It's definitely something that I've had to learn and that I am still learning and will try to implement more and more. And I hope it's something that you implement too, because it would be really, really good for your mental well-being. So yeah, that's my list. I hope you found some sort of value from this. I know that I will. The ideas for this video are an adaptation from a blog post that I wrote on my website, isaiahimproves.com. It's kind of a text version of this YouTube channel. If you like the videos on this channel, you can check that out. If you can't get enough Isaiah, go there. But yeah, that about wraps it up. I've been Isaiah. This is how I'll improve this semester, and I hope you do too.